Hi and welcome to Reseller News. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is June 29, 2020. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you like the content and come back for more. If this is the first time visiting my YouTube channel, I like to discuss e-commerce. I talk a little about eBay, Amazon, Etsy. You know, I basically cover some, basically a good majority of it is e-commerce. So if you guys are thinking about selling on eBay, or if you are an eBay seller, such as myself, you may want to subscribe to my channel for more updates and news as it comes out, or I should say as it happens in this case. I will go through the news clips. I get a lot of, a lot of Google alerts, and I have to pick and choose what I want to put out there and share with you guys. But rest assured, it's all good information, and I'm sure you'll get a takeaway from it. I hope you do, and if you do, you can always give it a thumbs up, or if you want to leave a comment below, you're more than welcome to. Now, I know you guys are busy. I don't want to take too much of your time. I got some windows opened up, so let's get right to it. Okay, for those who are new, I do not read everything verbatim. I will give you the URLs where I got the information from, and the rest is up to you to pick up where I left off. These windows, the next windows you see up here, are going to be from e-commerce bytes. So let me give you a URL. It's www.ecommercebytes.com. And I do always like to throw the dates out. And the other thing I want to explain to you guys, I do not have any just a little disclaimer. I do not have any affiliate links with these websites I share with you. So I just want to let you know right up front. If I did, I will make you aware of it. But I do not have any affiliate links. So you know, when I'm telling you to go to them, it's for the reason, you know, the main reason is because they have active hyperlinks on the right side here where you can see my mouse moving. And on this particular site, it's always going to be like the bluish purple lettering, those active hyperlink. And in order to activate those active hyperlinks, you're going to need to go directly to the website. That's totally up to you. I want to expand a little on this topic. So without further ado, let's get to it. This story came out June 25th, 2020. It says eBay's Technology Officer Mazen Rawashada, I'm saying his name right, I'm sorry if I'm not, announced on LinkedIn last night that the company has a new chief architect who had previously worked at eBay. I'm excited to welcome Randy Shoup, back to the eBay as Vice President and Chief Architect. He spent 7 years at eBay earlier in his career and rejoins us from WeWork, where he was Vice President Engineering. It goes on to say Randy is a seasoned technology leader who has deep technical expertise needed to help us accelerate our tech transformation journey. He has committed to cultivating talent within his teams here, and becomes known as eBay as its business so well. He is uniquely positioned as a chief architect to help us continue to create better experiences for our customers. Now, I want to get into a little about the Pasini. For those who are new, if you're a seasoned seller like myself, you may be familiar with it, but let me tell you something, you can never learn enough information, you know what I'm saying? So I got some windows open up. For those who don't know what Pasini is, I know when I talk to my family about it, you know, like, what is Pasini? You know, and you got to get into the whole spiel about what it's all about. I got two windows open up over here at the end of my other website here. The Pasini, all right, the Pasini search engine is eBay's internal search engine, which helps customers find the most relevant items on the marketplace in order to increase their chance of completing a transaction. An algorithm determines how the item is ranked and on the marketplace, and can have a significant impact to an eBay seller. Keep that in mind. Now, the next one is, how does the how does the algorithm work? And this is how it works, folks. So keep this in mind when you're doing your listings, right? It says, based on the data gathered, Pasini is programmed to assign scores to each listing based on how well or not a listing meets the assigned criteria. This is called algorithm. Pasini then returns the results and products on eBay and stores them it thinks is most valuable or relevant to the site. Now, over here, it says people also ask, okay? And I did a Google search just like you guys could do, but I don't mind sharing the work, and I don't mind doing the work for you guys, because that's what my YouTube channel is all about, to help inspire and share. So it goes on to say here, people also ask, how does the search engine, search algorithm work? The eBay search engine ranks listings based on positive, keep this in mind now, based on positive and negative feedback. Every eBay seller strives for as much positive feedback as possible. But know that this is not only affects your seller status and sales directly, but also indirectly where your listings are placed in search results. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, let's recap that part again. Matter of fact, let's read that whole thing again. The eBay search engine ranks listings based on positive and negative feedback. Every eBay seller strives for as much positive feedback as possible, but know that this not only affects your seller status and sales directly, but also indirectly where your listings are placed in search results. Now, me, for all intents and purposes, when it comes to my eBay account I have with them, I've been with eBay for over 20 years. I want to make sure I maintain 100% positive feedback. Very important to me. And I heard this from other sellers that a lot of them, when I go to their YouTube channels, they will say, and some sellers will say, I will bend over backwards to make a happy buyer. I am the same way. Okay, if you look at my feedback score, it's 100%. Top rated seller. I'm also became a power seller recently, and I want to give my customers the best deals as possible, but I want to also include with that top service. Okay, I want them to get top rated service from me. Not only being a top rated seller, but I want them to get top rated service from me as well. And when a person buys from me, I want them to have a good experience. I want them to keep coming back for more. And I know I get repeat buyers, many, not tons of them, but I do get repeat buyers, and it's because of my service. And and I just want to stress this out too. In regards to my situation, I don't want to expand too much on my topic. This is the reseller news, but I just want to share one thing. I always tell people, not always, but in a good part of the time, like even this one here, I'll share with this video. When I am doing a video, whether it be Let's Talk eBay segment or reseller news, if you are thinking about buying something from me, let's say you hit my eBay listings and you're checking it out, I always tell people, on occasion that is, to please check out my feedbacks before you make any purchases. See what other buyers are saying about the service I offer them. That's all I ask. If you don't want to, that's fine too. But just see what other buyers are saying about my service. Okay, like I said, I love eBay. I've been with eBay, like I said again, for over 20 years. It's been an up and down road. It's sometimes the bumpy road, but for the most part, I love eBay. But like I said, if I didn't, I wouldn't have been with them this long. So, but that's the most important thing. If you're thinking about selling eBay, or if you were a seasoned seller, I don't need to tell us here because you're experienced seller, you would know better. You know better. But the most important thing is to give your service, give good service to your potential buyers or your buyers out there, so they'll keep coming back for more. Let them share a good experience with them. Okay, and then word of mouth is also another way of getting it out there as well. But for the most part, offer good service. In your descriptions, when you're describing your item, describe it pretty much to the T. Because for the simple reason is, folks, if you leave something out, I'm not saying intentionally, people forget, I do. And, you don't want to send an item out where you left a little minute detail out there. Maybe the description didn't list in there that the item was damaged or cracked or didn't work or whatever. You don't want that to reflect on you because it's going to be a return. And returns do affect your top rated status if you get enough of them. You go below, and then you use that. If you go below standard, then I think if I'm not mistaken, you lose that top rated seller status. So try to, always try to be very definitive in your descriptions. Put everything down, every little thing you could think of. Now, some people say, oh my gosh, I don't want, that's too much information, TMI, right? Too much information. No, but seriously, because you don't want your buyers to be surprised and sit there saying, I got this thing from the seller, and he didn't leave out that one little important detail, that the item had a crack on it or is missing a part, because it's going to reflect on you. So be upfront and honest. Don't worry about making a quick sale. Be very descriptive in your description, like about the item you're selling. Tell its conditions from A to Z, and this way, people will get the item and they'll say, well, item as described. Or you don't want to get one's item is not as described, because that's not going to look good for you, especially if you're doing eBay in a full-time business gig. All right. And for some people, some people may take eBay as a hobby. Like, they might have the attitude, I don't really care. If I get a negative feedback, it doesn't bother me, whatever. But some people do it as a living. They do it full time. That's what happened with me. I lost my job back in due to a company layoff back in June of 2016, and here I am, lo and behold, right, doing eBay full time, and also doing YouTube as a full time gig as well. But I love both of them. I love doing them. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that out there, so you get an idea. And the reason why I want to share about this algorithm is because the first story we talked about dealt with how, the Pasini search engine. That's what it's all about. So I just wanted to give you guys a little idea of what it's all about and how it searches your ID, your listings and stuff like that. Keep this in mind, folks. Okay, you could always replay the video back if you want to, see what we're talking about. You could always go back to it and get some more information on. I always keep a pen and paper with me right here on my desk right now. A pen and paper with me. I always do. I jot that things down during the day. I'm on this computer all day anyway. I'm on it from like 7 o'clock in the morning to like 12 midnight. I do have I have to have a cutoff, or else I'll be here all night, maybe 24/7. But seriously, no, I'm on this thing a lot, 7 days a week. But I don't mind doing the searching. I don't mind doing the research for you guys. And that's the other thing too. I got your attention, hopefully. I don't mind doing the research and sharing information with you guys. As long as here's the thing. Here's the only quirk I have, or one of the things that really I can't stress enough. I hope you guys get a takeaway from the information I put out. That's the most important thing to me, that you guys get a takeaway from it. It's to help you guys. It's to give you a little insight, about this business. Okay. So I hope you get a takeaway from it. That's very important to me. All right. If a person doesn't want to leave a thumbs up, if you want to leave a thumbs up, that'd be great. If not, that's fine too. But I hope you guys get a takeaway from the information I put out here. It's only to help you, not to hurt you. All right. I want you to know that there. And the information, the reason why I give you URLs is because I don't want you to think I'm just spewing this stuff over the top of my head. I'm getting information from other websites, viable websites. E-commerce Bytes is a great website, highly recommend it. And the other one I like to, I get my information from, is from Tamebay, tamebay.com. But this is all going to be all the windows up here. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 windows from e-commerce Bytes, and that's what we're going to be dealing with. I'm going to expand on each topic and move along. I don't know. I know my other videos. I said I'm going to try to keep the videos short. Sometimes I want to, but then again, I can't cram 15 minutes. I can't cram a lot of information to 15 minutes in cases, unless I just cut out a lot and just do it that way. So I hope it doesn't drive you away. I'm only trying to help here. All right, enough with that said. I'm going to close these windows out, and we're going to close this one out here because we already talked about that one. I just wanted to give you a little insight about what Pasini is. It sounds like my last name, Pasini. It's almost the same thing. It's got 2 S's there. It's got a C instead of a P, right? Anyway, no, I just wanted to share with you guys. All right, let's go to the next window. All right, this one here came out June 25th, 2020. Amazon missing link stymies sellers listing items. Okay, this story came out, and again, here's the active hyperlink. That's why I said you're going to need to go to the window if you want to read more into it. It says a reader alerted us to a problem he was having listing books on Amazon. Okay, it's an Amazon story. Sorry, guys. I thought it was anybody. That happens sometimes. I just click, and then I usually go back to them later on. So this is an Amazon story, basically, for you Amazon sellers out there. It says a reader alerted us to a problem that he was having listing books on Amazon. The link to sell this item was missing from the product pages. It goes on to say that led us to the Amazon boards, where other sellers were reporting the same issue. Anyone else noticed that the sell this item button on everything listing page is gone. It was there yesterday, gone today, as seller wrote. And then it goes on to read a little more into it. It says it's not 100% across the board, but it appears to be affecting a lot of categories of products, said another. The original poster also described the process that they used to continue the selling, which means I now have a copy of the ASIN number, and then search in that Seller Central under Add a Product to find a product, and then get to the offer creation page. Whereas before I could access the offer page from almost any listing page. Okay. Other sellers were thankful to learn on the workaround. Let us know if you're experiencing this issue and if it clears up for you. Okay. Now, someone's wrote into e-commerce Bytes about this issue they're having. I'm a registered seller on Amazon, but I am not listing at the present time. I do strictly all my listings are on eBay, but I do cross sell. I do cross sell on Bonanza, and I do cross sell on Poshmark. I know. I love eBay, but There's going to be times that, you might have a little slow day there, slow week, slow month. And it's always good to have other sources where you can keep that money coming in. Not that I'm saying because I'm on the other platforms it's making me constant sales. It's not. But you never know. I do get them far and few on those other sites, but eBay is my go-to site. Okay. So I just want to throw that out there to you guys. Yeah, and yes, I am an eBay diehard guy. Like I said, I've been with them for over 20 years, so I do love eBay. All right, this story came out June 27, 2020. It says, wrong seller unable to reach an eBay customer support. Now, this person's writing to Ina Steiner. For those who don't know, Ina Steiner is the co-founder, I believe, of e-commerce and also the editor. So whenever you see the name Ina, that's for Ina Steiner. Like I said, again, they're writing into her, and you could do the same thing too. I don't know if she's going to be able to get to all your questions, but for the most part, people do write into her. It says, Dear Ina, in reference to this eBay announcement board post, important reminders from our 2020 spring seller update. In the middle of a pandemic, nonetheless, 5 days ago, we had an eBay automatically refund buyer for a case open on $100. $100 for item 4 days after it's shipped. It says that the tracking shows in transit, and we did respond to the case with that information. eBay has no phone support, so we can't call to contest it. And then it goes on to say, so when the item was delivered, the buyer will get a free item. And let's see what it says over here. And we will have no way to coerce them to send it back. These people lack the humanity, and automation really can't handle this stuff fairly. Well, I just want to share this real quick. If you're selling, I don't know, again, people may beg to differ with me, but when I sell things over $100, I like to send them with signature delivery confirmation. Folks, when you hear stories like this here, I have a threshold. Anything over $100, I will send it signature delivery confirmation. Okay, 100 or 100 and over. For the simple reason is, if it's a watch, jewelry, whatever it may be, an expensive computer, an iPhone, whatever you're selling, over that threshold, that's my threshold. You may have a different one. Your threshold may be $200-$300. Mine's anything over $100. I will, send it that way. I will send it with signature delivery confirmation. You could always pair that in your cost, your handling cost. For the simple reason is, when it gets shipped, even though you say, well, it's got tracking, try to remember this, folks. When the letter carrier gets that item out of his pouch, depending how big it is, or if he dropped by his truck, he puts it on your porch, he scans it. That's it. His job is done. He leaves it on the porch. Now, what a lot of people don't realize, when it's left on the porch, depending where you are, if you have a lot of foot traffic, and it's a nice big box, big things, people like big boxes because, something good can be coming in there. They may get tempted to, walk up there and casually walk off with your package. So the best way to divert that situation is to use signature delivery confirmation. For a simple reason is, the letter carrier will not leave the package there because somebody has to sign for it at at that residence. Okay? Have a threshold on it, because if you're selling a little watch or jewelry, depending on how big the package you put it in, it could get lost in the post office. No one said things don't get lost in there. They do. They do get lost in the post office at times. But what I'm trying to say is, if you're sending with signature delivery confirmation, someone's got to physically sign for it. It should be an open and shut case, and eBay shouldn't quabble with you. And they should say, okay, they should be in the seller's favor, not the buyer's, because somebody had signed for it. It should be an open and shut case. So I know you're probably saying, what does this have to do with this here in relation to what we're talking about? But I just wanted to throw that out there to you guys out there. I just wanted to share information with you. All right? For yourself. It's your protection for yourself. Okay? I'm putting it out there. That's totally up to you. But you don't want to get taken. You don't want to have a situation where the buyer says, I never received the item. Could happen. Or, honestly, if something does like that happen like that, let's say the letter carrier drops the package off, and the buyer's working a 9-to-5 job, and that package is sitting there all day until the person comes home, it could easily be stolen. And then when the buyer comes home, it could be an honest thing. The buyer could say, I never received the package. It didn't arrive here. I know it's a little, what do you call it there? A little slippery slope there. It's a little gray area. But in any event, that's if you're just handing it without the signature delivery confirmation. If you're a person that's a 9-to-5 person, that has a job like that there, you could tell the seller, you know, I work 9 to 5. Could you send a signature delivery confirmation so I could sign for it or whatever? You know, give them a heads up. If someone messaged me like that, you know, well, first off, my rule of thumb is $100 and over. I send a signature delivery confirmation. But you could also tell the buyer that, or the seller that there too, if you like. Can I please get this here? Well, message them before you buy it. Don't do it afterwards. The buyer might get it, and you, let's say you already package it up and send it out before they even got the message from you. They might have sent it out already. So if you're going to buy it, do an inquiry first. Message the seller and say, excuse me, you know, whatever. Dear seller, whatever you want to try. I want to have this item delivered, but can I have it with signature delivery confirmation? I know it's going to be an additional cost. Just add it to my whatever, you know, and I'll pay the additional. Peace of mind. A peace of mind. Seriously. For yourselves. Let me get a little swig of water here. All right, enough with that topic. All right, so let's move to the next window. This one here. Reader blocked from listing books on Amazon. We didn't just do this one, right? No. Okay, I don't think so. That's a different one. Okay. I don't want to keep reading the same stuff. That happens sometimes. I click it so quick, I keep putting the doubles up there. Okay, this story came out June 25th, 2020. It says, Reader blocked from listing books on Amazon. Person again writing to Ina. Dear Ina, I sell books and magazines on Amazon as well as other categories. Today, I went to list books. About 90% of them did not have the sell on Amazon button, nor when they clicked on the item was there. The item was there. If you have one like this to sell on Amazon link, or whatever the link reads. I reached out to Amazon to see if they were it was just a glitch, or if they are gating books. I cannot imagine they would do that, as the books I'm selling are from the are 1950s kids books. Thanks, Dave. I don't know. Like I said again, that's the other thing too. I want to show you guys that some of the stories that I read here with from e-commerce bites. I don't share those same type of situations as time goes. In certain cases, I don't. But for those of you out there who are Amazon sellers, you may be experiencing something like this. And if you're not, just keep this in mind, okay? This hopefully will help you. It'll make you just, okay, I remember reading that story about that. You could also reach out to them too, but this is good to know, all right? So if you are an Amazon seller and you do sell books and magazines on there, this will pertain to you, all right? Let's move right along here. This story came out, June 28, 2020. eBay tries to draw in new sellers with June promo. It goes on to say, eBay is enticing new sellers with special promotions this month. A seller posted a screenshot of an invitation they received on eBay seller discussion board. The promotion invitation dated June 16 sports the subject line, no selling fees for new sellers. The email starts off, try selling, it's free. Oh yeah, that's it, yeah. I seen it on there. If you go to the eBay page, you'll see it on top there. It's a little wording, but they're getting the message out there. It says, try selling, it's totally free and make extra cash with no selling fees for new sellers. It says it continues list by June 30th, valid up to 5 sales, auction style listings, must sell within the first listings period. But now, buy it now, and fixed price listings must sell before the listings automatically renewed. Okay. Unfortunately, the seller they received, it says over here, it's unfortunately for the seller they received the invitation on a dormant account, but were able to get through to the verification process they wrote on their board, on their post on the eBay board. Okay. Let us know if you're receiving a promotion as a buyer or a seller from eBay or other selling platforms. So far, I do get promotions, to be honest with you. I don't think it's because I'm a power seller or a top-rate seller, or I've been with eBay for over 20 years, but I do get promotions. You guys probably get them too, for so many free listings, 200 listings a month or whatever. I have a starter store, by the way. I only pay $4.95. If you do it yearly, it's $4.95. If you do monthly, I think it's $7.95. And they give you, with the starter store, you get 100 free listings a month. And your insertion fees, if you go over 100 listings, it's 30 cents. Okay, versus if you don't, it's 35 cents. Now, unless they change that, that's the last time I seen it. So it's on with auto pay, so I don't really see too much like that. I mean, I do check out my my bills from eBay, but as far as I know, that's the way it is. I get 100 free listings a month. But on top of that, I do get promotions. I do get promotions. I did a video like that on the promotions I get from eBay. So they're pretty generous with the listings for me. Anyway, I can't speak for the others, but they are for me. All right, this one came out June 25th. eBay delays several spring seller update policies. Interesting. I didn't get a chance to read this, folks. It's like I said, I already gave you the date. It says eBay announced on Thursday it is delaying implementation on some policy changes it had announced in the this year's spring seller update. The policies were scheduled to take effect June 1st, but eBay announced that they would take the effect on July 20th instead. Oh, it is unclear why eBay waited 3 weeks after the scheduled date to announce the delay, nor did it provide the reason for the delay. I'm just going to read the highlights here. It says the announcements apply to the following 3 policies. Okay, I'm just going to read the highlights. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Changes to handling. Item is not as described. Return request for all sellers. eBay integrated shipping carrier requirement. Item not as received claims and tracking. Okay. If you guys want to read more into it, and that's the other thing I want to share with you guys. When you do come to the site, go below and read the comments. Seriously, whenever you come to this site, read the comments and read what other sellers and buyers have to say. These are people just like you and I, and they're leaving comments out there. And let me tell you, the reason why I'm saying this is because sometimes, folks, the people that are leaving these comments will bring things to your attention that you and I were not familiar with. You know, we just go about our day selling on eBay. It's like, oh, everything's great, no problems, until you read what somebody else has said, was stated in this particular case. So when you get a chance, when you do come to e-commerce bites, read the comments if you get a chance. I'm going to leave this one open because I want to read about this here because I'm very up on the spring seller updates, especially if they're making changes. I want to read a little more into it. I know you'll probably tell me maybe I could read them into it and share with you guys, but I'd rather you do that on your time. I don't want to take your time up, and I don't want these videos to go on for hours on end. So that's why I know I said it earlier, I want to try to keep them short and sweet, but sometimes it just doesn't work that way, and I do apologize, folks. But please understand one thing. The information I'm putting out here and taking the time initiative is not so much for me to be beneficial to me, but to be beneficial to you. So, you know, if I go over, you know, my videos are a little longer than expected, I do apologize. But I just want to get that information out to you guys. That's all. I'm being upfront and honest with you guys. It's not to get more watch time. It's just that I'm trying to, you know, as I'm doing the video, I think of these things in my mind. At the same time, I want to share the same things with you. I want to share some of the additional information, especially if it's a topic that it's related to, you know, we're relating to it at this particular time. You know what I'm saying? So please accept my apologies. I can't help it. All right. I'm going to leave this one open. We're going to go to the last one right here. I guess I want to come back to that. I want to read the comments on that, and I also want to read a little more of that. This one here came out June 25th, 2020. It says Bonanza runs a sale to celebrate 12-year anniversary. I did tell you, I did tell you, I know earlier before, that I am selling on other platforms, and Bonanza is one of them, cross-selling, and the other one is Poshmark. So this pertains to me. And again, I didn't get a chance to read it. So it goes on to say Bonanza runs a sale to celebrate a 12-year anniversary. I already gave you the date. Bonanza is running a sale on membership packages to celebrate its 12-year anniversary. The online marketplace launched in 2008 positions itself as an alternative to eBay. Bonanza announced this week that sellers can save 25% off annual Gold, Platinum, or Titan membership subscriptions through June 28th. Okay. I'm just going to expand a little on this part here. I do not have any of those services. For those who know me, I consider myself a frugal entrepreneur, and when it comes to, you know, jacking up bills or monthly, monthly memberships, or in this particular case for memberships like this here with Bonanza, I do not adhere to them. I don't want to get involved with them because I don't want, especially if it's slow. Now Bonanza, I love Bonanza too, but eBay is my go-to one. Bonanza is good. I've made some sales with them, not a whole bunch, but I've made some sales with them. Very good sales too. I'm also top rated on Bonanza as well. The only thing is, I don't want to get involved in a service. Now, they usually do it. eBay, well, eBay's free, and unless you go to a store. Then you got additional cost. Like I said, I got the starter store where I pay $4.95 a month, and they got the basic store. They got all different store packages where you're going to be paying extra money every month on a store subscription. Okay, but the way I look at this way, if my eBay business is not justifying that expense, I'm not going to subscribe to it. If you get my drift, if I have a slow month, I'm not going to get another package, and say, well, if you make enough money, it's no big deal. I don't need it. I don't need it right now because eBay, again, I get 100 free listings a month from eBay, plus I get promotions. So, I have more than enough free listings where I can, take advantage of. But I don't want, and the same thing with Bonanza. Same thing with Bonanza. That applies to them too. I don't have any of those services. What do they got here? The annual gold, platinum, and the Titan membership. I don't have any of those. I don't want them. I want to keep it organic. When people see something they like, they buy it on Bonanza. And the way Bonanza works is because they link up with eBay. So if you were to look at my eBay listings and go to Bonanza, you're going to see the same mirror image there. And you could do the same thing. You could import from eBay when you're on Bonanza's website and you sign up with them. You can import from eBay listings on their site, on their platform. If you have an Amazon account listings, you could import on there as well. And I'm not mistaken, I think Shopify as well. Okay, and the way it works is if something sells on Bonanza, it's supposed to come automatically off of eBay. Now, with eBay, I believe it works the same in conjunction with one another. I believe it does. When you sell something on eBay, it's supposed to come off of Bonanza. So, I've been with Bonanza for quite some time. Like I said again, I didn't make a whole lot of sales with them, but I have made sales. And the way I look at it is, where I don't make a sale on one, I'll make it with the other, and vice versa. Okay, so you get like double exposure, so to speak. It's good to be on. It's good to be out there, folks, because the more people hear about your service, the better. Okay, with that said, I'm going to close out this window, and we're going to close out this video. Well, that concludes this video. I hope you found the information helpful. And if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated when I post out new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini. You're watching Reseller News for June 29th, 2020. I hope you got a takeaway from it. And if this is the first time visiting, I want to say thank you for taking time out of your busy day. Keep watching because new videos are going to be coming up. And if you are a seller on eBay, I'm wishing you all the best in sales. Until next time, bye-bye for now.